How you doing, buddy? Oh, shit, hell, kid, I'm in hog heaven.
Hog heaven.
What's going on down in Jasper? You having trouble? Nothing I'm not used to, but it's amazing what you can get used to, huh? This place has a sign hanging over the urinal that says, "Don't eat the big white men."
Oh, God.
I'll see you later.
Is this what the 80s were like? I missed out. Oh, Annie can sing. Oh, wow. And he's not interested?
Look me in the eye, don't
Yeah, why not?
I'm shy.
Would you be shocked if I said let's go to my place and fuck? Ain't gonna kill you.
He might catch something, though, which eventually would kill him. Could.
Say goodnight, Denise.
Oh, it's his... Oh, of course that's her boyfriend. Damn. Who? The over 6 foot crowd coming in.
I didn't know she could sing.
Yeah.
Right boot.
Damn.
Sorry we're closed.
Well, then what are all these people doing here?
Drinking and having a good time. Well, that's why we're here.
Why should...
You're too stupid to have a good time.
That line. Oh, wow. See, why would you invite her here? In her, like, literally the dress she's wearing is straight out of a dream. Where everything is sunshine and rainbows. And plaid. Checkered plaid. Woo, good job, fellas.
Give me the biggest guy in the world. You smash his knee, he'll drop like a stone.
This is his sidekick. This lovely gentleman. The kindest looking guy. And she's endeared by it. She's a nurse. I guess that makes sense.
So you're looking for somebody?
You.
I was gonna say she looks like she's dressed for a diner at one point, because I watched Baby Driver the other day. She's got that same aura that Lily James does in that movie, kinda.
Never been put down?
No. Not really.
How do you explain that?
Just lucky, I guess?
The ones who go looking for trouble are not much of a problem to someone who's ready for them. I suspect it's always been that way.
Jesus would agree. Sorry, that was just the only, like, figure I could think of just now that would relate to that statement, and that... and we've... never mind. And we've heard Jesus Christ, I don't know why I thought of that.
I keep talking, you're gonna go off thinking I'm a nice guy.
I know you're not a nice guy.
I was raised Christian.
Your fan club?
They are devoted.
Oh, they're gonna blow up his car at some point. That was on the thumbnail.
You live some kind of life, Dalton.
Damn. She's so beautiful.
See ya.
Oh, this chick lives here? Oh, she's getting beat by him.
Hey, Dalton. Have a Bloody Mary? Some breakfast.
No, thank you.
Will you shut that shit off? I can't listen to that crap. It's got no heart.
I mean, it is pop music. Most pop music doesn't.
My grandfather, he was an asshole. You're a smart boy, aren't you, Dalton? You're just not too realistic.
I would argue against that. He's very realistic. Again, he's the most well-adjusted man I've ever met on screen in my life. I mean, he should be a professor of philosophy, and I don't know why he's not. So he's got some issues.
You've gotten rich off of the people in this town. I believe we all have a purpose on this earth, a destiny. It tells me to gather unto me what is mine.
I think Jesus would disagree.
People up. Tell me you don't love it. Of course you do. You wouldn't be human if you didn't.
Maybe. That's probably what it is. He does love it.
I have a cousin in Memphis. Tells me you killed a man down there. Tells me you said it was self-defense at the trial. But you and I know that isn't so.
I was just going to say, are we going to get some backstory on Dalton? There's something going on with him.
If I owned a bar, how much would it take to get you to come work for me?
He wants to pay him off.
There's no amount of money.
He's a moral man. Got a code. Of course he does. I wonder if Jake Gyllenhaal's going to have a code. I will say real quick, based upon the trailer for the new Roadhouse movie, it looks like Jake Gyllenhaal's main character is a UFC fighter who just needs work. And that's why he takes the job as a bouncer. He's not going to be some seasoned doorman who knows how to work all this. So it's going to be a completely different film, which is good. We got to decide if we're going to remake film, it shouldn't even be called Roadhouse. They're just doing that to capitalize on the IP rather than just make a new movie. They could say, we made this movie and it's inspired by Roadhouse, kind of, but no, they had to call it Roadhouse. And then Conor McGregor's going to be like the Brad Wesley character, probably.
Finally get this place just the way I want it, and now we're running out of booze.
It looks great. Way better. Oh, yeah, they're going to boost Brad's.
Why won't they deliver?
Wesley, I'll take care of it.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, I'm in love with her.
Hear you're the new marshal in town.
Yeah, he is. Dude, the hot girls in movies like this always drive Jeeps.
This your place?
Up there.
I gotta adopt Dalton's confidence, because sometimes when I'm spitting some game with a classy woman, an endearing angel, like kellylynch here, I'm like, I wish I had a nicer place to bring them back to, but it doesn't matter. People don't care about the material. I believe they don't. I mean, they do. They totally do. Oh. Any Bon Iver? Skinny Love? No, this is better.
So I saw your picture in Red Webster's place.
He's my uncle.
Uncle, okay.
He raised me after my parents died. That's why I came back here.
So how come you never got married?
I did. Didn't work.
Why?
Guess I picked the wrong guy.
That's usually why people get divorced. That explains it. Guys, or girls rather, give you a wink. This film is sexy. I think I forgot what sexy was until I watched this film today, February 2nd, 2024. Yeah. You know what? You're sexy. I'm sexy. We're all sexy. To quote one Justin Timberlake circa early 2000s, maybe it was after 2010, let's bring sexy back. Sorry. I was looking at things.
You're gonna have a lot of pain when you get older, Dalton. You could be crippled if you don't slow down.
True.
You already know that?
No. I just said that's what they say.
Where are you gonna go from here?
I think he's gonna marry you, start a
You could
family, and
stay
stay
down.
here. Yeah.
If you wanted to.
I don't think so.
Plot twist, Jake Gyllenhaal's his son. I mean, they could do that. I don't know. That would be lame, though. You know what's not lame? And probably the coolest, sweetest, most romantic thing ever, though? Sleeping laying in a sheet on top of... That is actually... It actually is really cool.
You got a woman up there with you?
No.
If you're smart, you'd pitch your tent.
Sometimes I'm just not as smart as I'd like to be.
Oh, I thought that was a euphemism. Or innuendo.
Hi, doll.
Hey, there he is.
Hey, guys.
Oh, now they got like
Word is, you've been spending time with Elizabeth Clay.
No?
You got a thing
What do you
for
mean?
Elizabeth Clay? Brad Wesley.
Of course he did.
She left town and he went nuts.
But Brad's like 70 years old, and Elizabeth Clay's like 30. Obviously, that doesn't matter. He's... Sam Elliott's the coolest man who ever came into existence. He wasn't even birthed. He doesn't have a mother or a father. He's a child of the Force.
The Double Deuce.
Like the Big Bang, he just materialized. And he was smoking those Camels. He already had the job.
Hey, put him back. This bar is closed for business.
It's okay, Jim. Take a break.
He had to buy the motorcycle, but he had the cigs.
Can I buy you guys a drink? Guess not.
Swayze's got that angry face. He's got that venom in him. He's so tiny, kinda.
Got a skinny little runt named Dalton over here.
I was gonna say they got uniforms now.
He's out the back.
Getting his ass beat.
I know you.
Yeah, he's the man.
How's it going, mijo?
Mind your own business, Dad.
Someone said that to me recently. Not mind your business, but never mind. I mean, at his age, you probably have to fight dirty. I mean, there's no rules, never mind. Dude, they yelled cut, dumped water on Swayze, and then action again.
Hey, I had it under control.
Yeah, I knew that.
Gentlemen?
Wade
Wade
Garrett.
Garrett.
Holy shit.
How do bouncers just become legends in this universe? Can anyone else name any famous bouncers? And we have social media and the internet now. I mean, yeah, there probably people can, actually, now, especially now. That's Sam Elliott's acting face when he's amused.
I thought you said you were all right.
I'm fine.
Yes, he's doing great.
I fucking knew it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
They're just laughing as she walks up.
I'll show you a scarf. I'll show you one I'm real sentimental about, Doc.
Don't do this. We just got pube shot. Why would they? The nudity in this film really just doesn't give a fuck. It's like real world nudity. It just happens when you least expect it. Sometimes when you're just walking the dog. No, that's lightning.
Part where you tell me what a great guy your friend is?
It's the part where I tell you I want you for myself.
He ain't kidding. I kind of got very jealous and upset with Sam Elliott.
What's the matter? Still living in the past, aren't you? A long way from Memphis.
Is this because of the guy he killed? He's always trying to...
I can't believe you're still dragging that shit around.
Just trying to make up for it constantly, you know? Do good.
Seems to me you'd be a little more philosophical about it. And cut it the fuck loose.
Well, I don't know how philosophical that is.
That girl never told you she was married. And when a man sticks a gun in your face, you got two choices. You can die or you can kill the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Don't mean to bust up the party or anything, but my shift starts in a couple hours.
It always just rolls up in the middle of like two extremes. Either they're laughing or they just had a very intense conversation. I'm going to be honest with you, Elizabeth. You have terrible instincts. I understand now why your first marriage didn't work out and you chose the wrong guy. There were so many red flags in this situation. But I ain't your dad. Do whatever you want. Is this what the 80s were like? Women just chose horrible men all the time? I'm just kidding. I like Dalton. But he's definitely a dangerous guy to be with. Oh, shit. No. He's not gonna die. Why would he be there working there at night? Why would you run towards it? Is he inside? Dude, no way. We just killed Elizabeth's uncle? / father figure? Oh no, he's right there. I was gonna say, well then why is Dalton running towards it? Like he's trying to save somebody. Or stop it. There's firemen right there.
Get those firemen in here. I want to buy them a drink. They risk their lives to save a no-good faggot draft dodger like Red Webster. Of course you can dance, honey. Elvis, play something with balls.
Can we liberate this beautiful blonde woman and give her some medication for the STDs? Never mind, she's crazy. She's got terrible instincts as well. They're worse than Elizabeth's. What did you want to be when you were growing up? Was it this? Is this what you wanted to be? What does your father think about this? When's the last time you talked to him? I mean, I appreciate what you're doing, but what is Dalton gonna say? Oh no, and Kelly, Elizabeth's gonna walk in or something. Oh.
If you're gonna have a pet, keep it on a leash.
Ooh.
Jimmy!
Wait. That's her boyfriend and he's just... You think this would make him mad. Everything she just did, that performance. It was okay. I don't know what I'd rate it. Fighting with pool cues. Classic. Now we're gonna get to see what this guy can do. Why'd you even let him in, actually? Because they're not your they're not your suppliers anymore. Or he isn't, Brad. You probably could have saw this coming. Aren't there police in this town / city? I don't think so. There's firemen. Because you can, like, that's an option. You can call the police. I guess Brad Wesley runs the show, right? That's the... What we're... You, not... I feel like Sam Elliott's gonna lose this fight. Oh no, you can't beat both of them.
Alright, that's enough.
Oh, he is the supplier again, that makes sense.
This isn't working out, Dalton. Let's go, boys.
Your ass is mine, boy.
I think... Did people realize how not intimidating that threat is? Your ass is mine? Sounds romantic. Non-consensually, but...
Can you prove you started the fire?
Who are you gonna prove it to? He's got the sheriff and the whole police force in his
I was gonna
pocket.
say, he does pay off the cops.
You gonna take the stand against him?
Oh god. Dude, Brad Wesley's the Ave von Barksdale of this place.
You scared him last night. Brad Wesley, he's not afraid of anything, right? Last night, that son of a bitch was afraid.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, I don't think he was scared either. I didn't get that.
Dalton, you ought to check this out. Looks like Wesley wants to put a little something down on a new car.
You lost your faith, Strodmeyer.
That's what it is. It's made you an abuser.
Well, what are you waiting for, Gary? Drive through there. No! 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 Damn it! Get out of my way!
Hold it.
Damn it, you can't do this!
I know I sort of mentioned this before, but like if this was a contemporary film, someone, or in real life if this happened, someone would record it and go online. People would be like, what the fuck was that about? They'd be like, well, there's this guy who owns this town and paid off the cops, yada, yada, yada. And that would be it. That'd be the end of the story, because people would actually hold him accountable, regardless of how much money he had or who he was paying in the town, sort of. Which brings me to what I'm about to say. Before the internet, things were just happening. I meant for that to sound kind of ridiculous.
This is my town. Don't you forget it.
You got insurance, don't you?
That's a good question. It's a very relevant question.
Yeah, amigo. You're all fucked up, aren't you?
No, this is what he does every day. Like this.
We can be gone by dawn, never see this place again.
You can leave anytime you want to.
He's in love. He ain't going anywhere. Plus, they pay him pretty well.
Fuck. Maybe I ought to kick your ass.
Old man strength.
We don't want to do this. I'm going to tell you something else. You taught me as much as I ever taught you. I love you, mijo.
Nice.
I'll see you.
The guy who said it's not personal, now it's very personal. Well, I guess. He got invested in this place really quickly. There's the reason why.
I care about you, Dalton. You don't know him.
I know exactly who Brad Wesley is. I have seen his kind many times.
He's getting manic. He's cracking.
Brad Wesley picked me, and when he did, he fucked up.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
I never lose.
What are you gonna win? Who's this for anyway? You doing it for them?
Oh, he's smoking a cigarette.
You think you're gonna save these people from Brad Wesley?
Well, who's gonna save them from you?
Wow. Oh, the house. Someone had to die. I thought it was gonna be the uncle, but it's Emmett. He's running so slow. Takes the hat off, goes inside. Nice.
Are you alright? I'd be fine if you'd get off of me.
He had to drive away after. Like that. They cued him. Alright. Oh, here we go. Here's the shirtless fight.
Prepare to die. You were such an asshole.
Somebody make it rain. I don't feel like you should be having much trouble with this guy. Whoa!
I used to fuck guys like you in prison.
Oh my god! And before he said your ass is mine, he did mean it like that. Or did he... Did he mean it like that? I think this guy just doesn't understand what he's saying half the time. Like, he has his GED, but he never actually went to school. Oh, he's got a gun, of course.
I'm gonna kill you the old-fashioned way.
Well... Oh my god, he ripped his throat out! We got a reference to that earlier. He actually does that shit. I forgot about that. I like it when we bring things back around. She's gonna be upset now that he hurt someone like this. Jesus Christ. Is that how he killed the guy whose wife he was sleeping with? Yeah. Duh. You're a monster. She finally realized this. Not that she didn't have all that information before, basically. There were a lot of red flags.
Wesley!
Oh, he's gonna bring Wesley the dude's body. This is raw. This is like some Viking stuff. Or this is some Braveheart stuff. Okay. Dude. Isn't that what William Wallace said in Braveheart to the king? Fuck you. But if he pays off the cops, couldn't he just have him arrested now? For the murder of his bustle?
Wade or Elizabeth?
He's got them both.
One of them dies.
Oh, God. Well, Wade lived his life.
You are a sick man.
And he just likes the game, so he wouldn't have him arrested. It's gonna be Elizabeth because she's hot.
I'd sure like to tell you how it turned out. Wesley!
But Wade's fine. He fought his way out. What a legend.
Are you alright?
How old is Sam Elliott in this movie? He's probably 39 years old. No, he's probably late 40s or something. I don't know.
Sit the fuck down. Have a beer. I'll be back. Wesley wins, man. We're out of here. Attaboy, mijo.
It would be smart in this situation and completely in line with your ideology that you outlined at the beginning of the film if you did walk away from this fight.
Where's Dr. Clay?
She's an X-ray.
All these nurses, every nurse that works here is good looking. That's typically how it goes.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Oh, yes, you are. Let's go now.
Forget it.
I don't think you can be mad at him, honestly, at this point. Just because he ripped the dude's throat out.
Crazy.
And you're not.
This is just because of the throat thing. If it weren't for that, she'd be like...
Now get out of here.
It was a reflex. It was an accident. They literally just blew up Emmett's house. The least I could do was rip dude's throat out. Yeah, that actually makes no sense. That she's upset with him.
We're out of here.
Is he dead?
I said one beer,
Shut up.
senor.
No way. I did not see that coming. I didn't think anyone was actually gonna die. Maybe Emmett or Uncle what's his face, but not Wade. Take that knife, kill him with that knife. I mean, if he's not dead, he's definitely dead after you pull it out. Blood on the tattoo, what a shot. Kill them all. Rip all their throats out, dude. We killed Sam Elliott? He's going John Wick on these guys now.
There he is.
Oh, he's in the Mercedes. It's a bulletproof Mercedes. Plot twist. I mean, it better be. No. He's not in the car. It's not in the car. His car does blow up. It did blow up. He is going John Wick. That was the distraction. Or Batman. Batman would do that too. Oh, he used the knife on the gas pedal. I knew he was going to use it somehow. Oh, it was his knife, so that's the guy who killed Wade. He's losing his throat. Why would he leave the gun laying next to the guy? Use it. He's got a no guns policy. He is Batman. Or the Rock from the Rundown. I didn't know he was. I mean, I guess I'm making the assumption he is this guy who's against weapons, but. Oh no, he's tails again. Yeah. Then I don't know why you didn't take the gun before. Oh, that guy's dead. I didn't expect we were gonna get like this. It is sort of a John Wick style, like house level. You know what I mean? Like a video game where he's got to go get to the boss in the house, kill all the guys. He's doing stealth, which is the best way to approach any structure if you have the patience. But it's not as fun as if you just want to run and gun. I don't know. Wesley's got a god complex if he thinks he's just going to walk around here like this. Not the polar bear. That's a hell of a way to die. He's terrified of this polar bear. What? He starts shooting the polar bear and screaming for Wesley. Like Wesley's cardio is just so... He's actually very fast, Wesley. He could have ran, and strong. He could have ran in front of you and pushed that out of the way.
Let's see you found my trophy room, Dalton. The only thing that's missing is your ass.
Are you guys straight? I'm sorry, but that's hilarious. Yeah, even Wesley thinks so.
This town is big enough for both of us? Let's talk about this.
Killed his dad, or older brother. They're actually the same age, never mind. Oh, damn. The same shoulder gets stuck. He doesn't feel anything in that shoulder. Oh, wow. That spear went so slow. You're fighting Wesley? This can't... I mean, I guess he's injured, so they're... fighting with a handicap. This is like the end of Gladiator. But he doesn't... He's an old man, just kill him.
I thought it would be fun to fight you, Dalton. But now, I just don't have the time.
Oh, he's going for the throat! Do it! No, because you can't, because then Elizabeth won't love you anymore. So just kill him another way. She clearly has a problem with the throat stuff. Or maybe it's just the killing people, I guess. She already killed a bunch of other guys in this house.
No!
Doesn't make any sense.
It's over!
Oh. Friends. Oh, another friend. Where were you guys before?
This is our town, and don't you forget it.
You guys could have acted like this years ago. I didn't realize you had these shotguns. Clearly you didn't either. Oh, this guy survived the polar bear. Wait. Oh, Elizabeth was taken. I forgot about that for a second. I was like, no, was she? How did she get here? Why? I thought you didn't want to see him anymore. How'd you guys even know he was coming here? Oh, the cops! There are police.
All right. Who's gonna tell me what the hell happened here?
I didn't see nothing.
You see anything, Pete?
No, I didn't see anything.
Wouldn't the cops care, though?
Not a thing. You see anything, Tinker?
What? What was the significance of that shot?
Polar bear fell on me.
Yeah. It doesn't have to make sense, I'm sorry. But that ending was something else. Oh, it's over. I love when we do credit scenes where like something's happening as the credits roll. I love that. In this case, we're getting treated to this musical number performance. The music and the ending and the beginning with the musical intro and outro to this film was fantastic. That ending felt rushed to me, I will say that. And it didn't make a lick of sense, but it was fun.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I'm happy that this film and mullets have made a comeback. I spent a lot of this film. Actually, I didn't. I wish I would have made comments on mullets because I do appreciate them. It's hair envy on my part, which is a sin. Shout out Jesus once again. Okay, this film is garbage, but it's hot garbage. It's sexy garbage. It's pointless garbage. It's a tenderloin, perfectly cooked to whatever your preference is, that has been thrown in the trash. And then a couple days later, some homeless guy's like, thank you, Jesus, once again. Yeah, it's the kind of film you watch and you forget about your problems or the rationale of day-to-day life. Because it's not rational. You start taking it seriously and then you get really confused in a multitude of ways, none of which are sexually, like some of the characters in this film. I think someone in the comment section of part 1 described Roadhouse as the greatest bad movie of all time. Or maybe I read that somewhere else. I understand that sentiment. Because this is a film, especially in retrospect, that you shouldn't overanalyze. I'm going to do that a little bit here just out of habit, but I think it's more important to just turn off your brain and recognize the charm of Swayze and this film, which is just a product of its time. Like all the best things about the 80s, all the things we loved about the 80s that we don't like to admit that we loved. Not people that grew up in the 80s, people now. Never mind. Of course we love boobs and mindless action. And I'm going to say boobs and mindless action probably 3 more times, maybe 4, over the course of this review. But in the spirit of overthinking and overanalyzing, narratively, because I kind of want to go down that road even if you don't want me to, I think a lot of the issues, you could call them issues, in this film showed up in the second half. Because I think the first half of this film, the character introduction, establishing of the tone was perfectly campy. Like campy or pulpy in a way that critics would be like, okay, yeah, we see what you're doing. It's borderline great, to be honest. I think, at least. This bouncer who lives this wanderer life, it's very much like a hero's journey sort of thing. The hero's journey always being about a main character who believes this lie about himself, which isn't explored at all in this film. I suppose the lie that Dalton would believe is that he is this man when in reality he enjoys violence. They hint at that, but it's not really explored at all or dealt with. He's recruited to make this place in Jasper better. Yeah, he's the man's man. The kind of guy that would rather live in a farmhouse than some lavish apartment with TV and other accommodations. He likes the outdoors. So it's set up perfectly. Even the speech and a lot of the dialogue in the first half of the movie, I think they nailed. And the speech, I mean, I'm referring to the speech he gives the other coolers or the other bouncers or his soon-to-be staff. Or his new staff. It's almost like the second half of the script is written by someone completely different. Someone who played a lot of Mortal Kombat or something. Because the more it went on, the more it became the kind of movie that's so bad it's good. Completely ridiculous and hilarious. And the violence is cheesy and over the top. The dialogue even sort of seems purposely hilarious. Watching this with a contemporary lens, I know that sounds pretentious. It's hard to know whether or not this film knows what it's doing. Because how could it not be ironic, you think, at times? It reminds me of that shot in Predator when Arnold Schwarzenegger greets Carl Weathers' character with that arm wrestling pose, hello. Because I think that shot perfectly sums up the 80s. Because it's not meant to be funny, but it's hilarious now. That's not to compare Predator to this movie, but 80s films, they have those hyper masculine, testosterone fueled flourishes. And that's this film. The entire film is sort of just that. The characters are one dimensional. They just say things. Sometimes it feels like the coked up writers thought of something arbitrary, what they thought was badass in the moment. And that's a joke. It was the 80s. I'm certainly not accusing the writers of this film of doing cocaine ever, although I'm sure they did. Because the tone is just all over the place. The character development is confusing, which I hinted at before with Dalton's turn. Because I don't really buy him immediately turning into a rage monster. Maybe after they burned down the store, Red's store. But that scene at the car lot really felt like it shouldn't have been there. Because it's almost like, it makes you think as a viewer that that's what pushed them over the edge. And as a viewer, you have no emotional attachment to that car lot or anything. That car dealership scene just felt silly to me. And that scene, like a lot of others, really just don't seem to have much purpose story-wise. And then the rationale of the characters. Like Elizabeth is the biggest issue in this film. I have no idea why she would say something to Dalton like, who's going to save them from you? Because he hadn't really done anything yet to suggest that he had darkness inside of him. To her, we got lines from other characters about how he killed the guy in Memphis, but they still postured that as if it was self-defense. Not that he loved ripping throats out, which turns out to be the case. I don't understand why Elizabeth got mad at him and then immediately forgave him after he started killing more people, doing the exact same thing that she was mad at him for, just because he decided not to rip the throat out of the main dude. I don't know why he ignored all the guns. At one point he takes a guy's gun and then it cuts back to him and the gun's just gone. It's almost like the film just accepts itself for what it is. It's set up relatively well, in my opinion. And then it's just like, well, let's finish this and do a bunch of batshit crazy, wild stuff that's going to make everyone who watches this film either start laughing or doing push-ups. Because after the Dalton rips that guy's throat out, you're either on board or you'd rather spend your time doing something more productive. Call it testosterone or appreciation for the simple things in life. Fuck it, it's just dumb fun. Again, because nothing after that makes any sense. The town leaders and Elizabeth just randomly showing up at the house and then using their guns to shoot up Wesley like he's the Terminator. That random joke about the guy who's afraid of taxidermy, which, to be honest, does feel like it sort of winks at you, especially in retrospect, to let you know, like, yeah, we're having a good time too. But I have no idea if that was the intent. But once Jeff Healey's, what's the name of that song at the end? When the night comes falling from the sky. I wrote that down because that moment when the music starts playing and it's, oh, it's over. And even when in the opening of the movie with hold on, who played at the beginning again? Don't Throw Stones by the Cruzados. I pronounced that wrong. But all of the musical sequences, if you could call them that, work really well in this film and really lend to the atmosphere of it all, the ambiance. I really enjoyed all of that. I think I mentioned in my reaction, it made me want to party. I honestly don't know what I would think of this film if I watched it without an awareness of what it meant to other people, or that it is, to quote whoever again, the greatest bad movie of all time. In the 80s, you'd probably go see this for the boobs and the mindless action. I don't know if it was marketed that way, if that's what you were to expect. It probably was marketed as a very self-serious film. But at least now you watch it for the cheese and the Mortal Kombat-esque twist in tone come the third act. Obviously, this wasn't a nostalgia watch for me because I hadn't seen it. But I'd love to hear about the experiences of people who went to see this in the 80s. With people. Because you could be someone who loved this film, and I'm sure if you're watching this reaction, you did. People only typically watch reactions of films they enjoy to see other people enjoying it as well. But I'm sure there were plenty of people that did not like this film when it came out in the 80s. My mother, for example, because she never saw it. And now, if it was advertised appropriately, I get why she didn't go see this. My mother's a very religious woman and old-fashioned. This film definitely has star appeal. I mean, how could you not want to be like Swayze or Elliot? Live that's the super cool life that's depicted in this film. Because that's what we all want as men. We want to smoke an infinite number of cigarettes, never get lung cancer, have everyone gawk at our asses and get the girl. Plural, multiple, obviously. There's no way Dalton and Elizabeth are going to work out. And I think that sums up the appeal of this film. It's not trying to be anything profound. Maybe it was trying to, but it certainly isn't now. I don't think it'll ever be acknowledged by the Library of Congress as culturally significant. Maybe. Regardless, it'll be acknowledged as culturally significant to those who love boobs and mindless action. I have no idea what this film would be like if it was made today. That said, I wouldn't be surprised if the remake has a better script, which will turn it into something completely different. It won't be some guilty pleasure nostalgia trip 30 years from now, which might just make it forgettable. Like, I remember when they remade Footloose. By all accounts, script-wise, the remake was written a lot more competently, but no one's going to revisit that film. No one's going to revisit the Footloose remake. Miles Teller has better things to do. He's in Top Gun Maverick now. So yeah, it'll be interesting, very interesting, to see what the Jake Gyllenhaal remake is like. I'm going to watch it for sure. Oh, I guess I could watch it on this channel because it's going to be on streaming, right? Which seems like a mistake. That right there means that people won't have any memories of going to see it in the theaters 2024. Personally, and I'm willing to bet that many agree, I'm just tired of sequels and nostalgia bait, remakes, the milking of franchises. Because it doesn't seem like 30 years from now we're going to have films like Roadhouse to look back on and say, hey, that aged really well. We might just have a bunch of remakes that we're cashing in on what came before. And that's melodramatic of me to say. Of course, there's other stuff out there. But it does seem like we're eating our own tails at times when it comes to creating new things. But hey, I'm just riding the coattails of other people's art, new and old. Anyway, that's all I have for this one. I did really enjoy this film a lot. It was super fun to do, especially on this channel. And to those who are new to this channel, yes, I do talk this much in reactions on purpose. Big love to everyone who's bored enough to join me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Drive me off this platform if you must. Otherwise, like, subscribe, dislike for cathartic reasons, drink water, stay young, and remember, don't be an idiot. Be a buffoon. Peace.